Okay, let's go.
Flex ramp come.
So, we did a thing. We sold the rear bar that was on the Patrol. He came to have a look at this one, which is the one I built for the blue truck. But you got to do a quarter chop to fit it, and he wasn't super keen on that. And he liked the other one more, so we sold that. And now we got to fit that one to this. So we got to do a quarter chop, fit that bar onto this truck, which I prefer that bar. It's a great bar. I love the way I built that one. Start up, I'm just going to fit up the section that goes on, mainly because it's Sunday morning and it's like 8 o'clock and I don't want to start grinding at 8 a.m. New plug, all wired up and ready to go. Probably just need to tape them up a little bit more, although they're probably alright. Yeah, that's ready to go. Now, time to start chopping. We've got one wire going in there, so we're going to have to work around that as well and get these mud flaps off. We've got the light out, which was a bit of a mission, as I've got the drawer in here, so you got to get into it. It's a bit of a pain. I got the air compressor in there, so I undone the wire, the air line for that, and I pulled that out the bottom. And this is the reverse light that was going to the other rear bar, so we're going to have to extend that to go up to here. Going to put an LED light up on there, probably a 6 or a 4 LED one up on there, and that'll be the reverse light. While I'm here, I'm probably going to pull the camera out of here. It's a bit of a painful spot, so we might pull that out as well and rerun that back down to the bottom if it's long. Now we got to start chopping. So this one's got no wires in it, it's ready to roll. Chop out. The other side has one wire in it, so we might just chop it carefully and try and cut it out. This one's in the shade, so we might do him first. So that's the plan. Let's get these quarters chopped off. We've got Scrubby's little plasma cutter. We're going to have a go and see if we can cut through these. So I got a few little strikes down here, but I can't seem to get it going up top here. Yeah, I think I might just put the angle grinder on it. That's the outer sheet done. So we got it half out. It's just been held on at the back there somewhere. So what do we got? So that doesn't cut through there yet, or through that piece there. And there she is. Bit of scrap. And the hole we got to cover up. First tidy up and then cover up. Well, this one was a bit harder to get off. Exhaust is in the way, you can't get in from behind, so got some more cleaning up in there to do. But she's off. I just blew a bit of black paint on it just to protect it, and also it all comes to the bottom. This is how I get the sizing or the piece to cut out. So I just get a bit of blank paper, get myself up underneath here, and line it up on it, and literally just push it on there, which takes a little bit of the paint, but it leaves a line where you need to be. This is the driver's side, so I cut it out, but I leave little tabs on it. Too many tabs on that one. And what I do is I just got a piece of alloy, I cut it out to shape and I fold it up. And I'm going to slip that up inside and just pop rivet it in with a heap of Sikaflex. So it'll be all Sikaflexed in. And then I'll go around and make sure the Sikaflex seals it all up as well, just to make sure it's sealed. And it takes a little bit of mucking about to get it right, but that's one way to do it. So we've cut that out, folded up the tabs, and then we stuck it up in there, and there's our line to finish it off. So we'll cut on the inside of that, and then we'll just lay in a ton of Sikaflex, pop rivet it up. So here we go, our bracket. We're going to run up in here. To get it started, we might drill out 2 of the holes. And we'll put a dab on each of these. Help them stick. And that's what it looks like from underneath. Get out, Belle. Get out. All Sikaflexed up, just needs a bit of paint. There we go. 3 pop rivets on the outside. Sikaflexed up all the join. And we've got another 3 pop rivets on the inside. A bit hard to see, actually. I think there's 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 4 pop rivets on the inside. Righto. This is the underside on the passenger side, and we've got small wire is reverse camera. That is our reverse light. It's going to run over to a spotlight LED, and that one there is the airline for the front air locker. Runs all up through here. So we just got to seal that up. Bit of Sikaflex up in there. Make it nice and tight, and then I've got some conduit to put around these wires, and yeah, we'll run them up along the top of the chassis and behind here. Up that wire, split out the air hose just in behind here, and then we come back across here until we split out for the camera, which drops down underneath. And the other one keeps going right along for the reverse light. It's a cable tie with all this wiring up this end, and it just runs up the inside of the door, pops out there, and we are in the middle of soldering on that little LED. The way I got it running up the inside of the door is pretty simple. Just goes in behind the hinge there, and just the cable tie on the bottom, doesn't construct it with anything. Cable tie on the wires, and then it just pops through that plastic bit. You do have to drill a hole through it and then run your conduit through, wiring and conduit all the way up, and she works. We'll just have to test her out at night to see how bright it is. But There she is. 2 bolts into the chassis. We got 2 bolts running around the chassis, so it's clamped, and that supports out there. Just need to add the mud flap on there. All the wiring is tied up nice and tight and up above everything. That is the driver's side bolted and ready to go. And the driver's side all bolted up. 2 bolts there, 2 bolts around the chassis. This piece is detachable, so it's got another 2 bolts going that way. It makes it easier to get on and off with that piece detachable. I reckon if I ever built one again, I'd do both sides detachable. It'd just be easier. And we've got all the wiring tucked up nice and high. So that's pretty much the rear bar on. And we got the mud flaps on. Probably should have gave them a bit of a clean up there. But look a bit old and tacky, but they just screw on there. The rear bar is all on. High lift jack mounted on there. LED light for reversing. Spare tyre on. And this is the part I love the most about this bar. 1 door, 2 doors. She opens with the door. Had to have the spotlight right over, otherwise it hits up against that. But yeah. So she's just connected in the middle there, and that creates a pivot point. And then when she comes in, she rests up on this. So it takes a bit of the weight there, but most of the weight is down on the bearings right at the other end, taking all the weight. So that's my old rear bar that I built. Quarter chopped, rear bar on. The big girl is pretty much ready for JLW. Which is good because it's not that far away.